Okay, hello everyone. This is my first Zabbix big meeting here. And I'm Olivier, I'm French. I'm working for the company Outscale. We are a cloud provider. And in the past weeks, I asked myself what could be the subject of this lightning talk. So I arrived at work not so early and went to the operation team room, and I just started asking quite stupid questions like, what are your best moments with the monitoring? And one of my co-workers just had an answer that came straight from the heart, and it was, well, my best moment with monitoring is when I'm sleeping at night. And it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just dreaming, and it's very comfortable. And then the phone rings. The phone rings, and I pick up the phone, and there is this delicious voice that says something very important is unreachable. And here we goes. So for all of you guys that do on-call night shifts, this is a presentation for you. So I'm going to explain how, at Outscale, we are doing text-to-speech alerts with Zabbix plus Asterisk. So basically, I'll pass very fast on this, but we are an infrastructure as a service cloud provider with very critical environment to monitor. We are part of the Dassault system group, and we have a dedicated 4-person monitoring team. So a few words about our infrastructure. We have proxies quite everywhere in our clouds. We are fond of the idea of dogfooding, so we deploy our own services and even the monitoring on our own public clouds. If you are already working with Amazon EC2 or Google Cloud Platforms, we do the same job, basically. So we have a lot of proxies that are collecting the data everywhere from Zabbix-Server or SNMP, and 2 big Zabbix platforms that are deployed, one in France and one in US. And when I say Zabbix platforms, it means that we deploy in the cloud the Zabbix-Server plus databases, plus frontends, Grafana, Jenkins, Asterisk for the alerting, and some other tools that are part of the recipe that we deploy with automatic tools. So what do we need to make the night guys wake up at night? We're going to use Zabbix. We're going to use Asterisk. Asterisk is, for those that don't know the software, this is a VoIP toolkit that gives us the possibility to create a VoIP application. You can use it as a private branch exchange. So basically, you can replace a call manager with it. But we will use it in a very light way, you will see. We have various bash scripts, of course. We need an account in a SIP trunk provider, so anything that can provide us access to the telephony, to the public telephony services is going to be needed using the SIP protocol or another one. As an optional way, you can use Grafana plus Grafana Zabbix and Jenkins job if you want nice visualization dashboards and automation for the maintenance jobs. So where do we start? We start from the Zabbix-Server, and basically, we have decided that we want to keep it light for the Zabbix servers. The Zabbix servers have some very important jobs, just managing the monitoring, so we don't want them to manage VoIP calls at all. So we decided to make this. So when we have a trigger, we have an action that activates a script or media type, and basically when there is a disaster, it creates a file with a random name that contains on the 3 first lines the recipient, so the number we're going to call, the host name of the host that is concerned by the trigger, and the trigger name. So this is very simple for now. And it makes the Zabbix-Server resources usage quite low, as well as the alerter process. Well, maybe you encounter issue when you have a lot of alerts, and the alerter process is quite way burning and not generating notification on calls. So we decided to keep the usage of the resource of the Zabbix-Server quite low. So what does happen? I said that we had 2 Zabbix-Server, 1 main and 1 backup, and we are not going, well, they are twins. They have the same configuration. They have not the same databases, but the same configuration, and they are both collecting the data from everywhere. So we don't want both to create calls, or we should have 2 calls for 1 alert. So what do? We have 4 Asterisk instances that connect to the first Zabbix-Server, the main one, and use rsync to collect all the alerts, so just basically the text files, removing the source files. So we just fish the alert, get them on the Asterisk instance that is going to process them after that, and we just delete them from the Zabbix-Server. Then, after that, so if the first server is operational, we check if he is operational, and if it's the case, we also collect the alerts from the second server and trash them, because we don't need them. And also, as we need a monitoring point from outside the Zabbix-Server, we use the Asterisk instance to monitor both Zabbix-Servers with a specific script that creates a call and a notification if any of them is down. So we have an external point of view. The Zabbix-Server is monitoring the Asterisk, and the Asterisk is monitoring the backup, and this is a loop. So now we are on the Asterisk instance, and what's going on? So we have the alert file that is here with the recipient, hostname, and trigger name, and we are going to use a script to do 2 things. The first one is to generate a sound file based on the trigger name. So basically, the content of the alert, so the alert explained, will be translated in a sound file to be read by phone with a synthetic voice. As well, we are creating an Asterisk call file. This is very specific to Asterisk. This is a special feature that gives us the possibility to create a file, drop it in a folder, the file will be deleted, and the content of the file will be executed by Asterisk to do a telephony act. So we have this alert, we create the sound file, we create the call file and move it inside this folder, and then with the parameters I show you there, we are creating a call using the SIP protocol to CUCM, that is our SIP trunk for us. We are writing as caller ID the host name of the machine that has an issue that permits us to show the name of the machine that has an issue on the phone. And we use an application of Asterisk that is called Playback to read the sound file. So basically, Asterisk calls, read the sound file to the person that is responsible of doing the support at night. So just to finish, because the time is completely out, nice additions you can do is just, of course, monitoring your Asterisk instance with nice Grafana dashboards. Use multiple providers for VoIP. If you need high availability, what we do, you can use Jenkins to create automated jobs for one-click jobs to, for example, purge all the alerts when there is a major outage or stop all the Asterisk when it's needed. And of course, we are also notifying using a Slack-like tool from Cisco that is called Spark. And that's all.
Thank you. Thank you, Oliver.